Lahat ng drama, lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Lamaw. #1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening and welcome to koolNews at 6. I'm Caro. Let's get into the headlines now. As we get into the cool weather update, the low pressure area near Ibayat, Pantanas has a high chance of developing into a tropical cyclone in 24 hours, the State Weather Bureau said on Sunday afternoon. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration, PAGASA, said the LPA entered the Philippine area of responsibility around 8 a.m. It was last spotted 630 kilometers northeast of Libayat, Padanes, around 3 p.m. This LPA has a high chance of becoming typhoon within 24 hours, weather specialist Veronica Torres said. She also said that the LPA may leave the Philippine area of responsibility within 24 hours. PAGASA is also monitoring another LPA, which is still outside the Philippine area of responsibility. Meanwhile, the southwest monsoon continues to bring scattered rain showers over parts of extreme northern Luzon, particularly Pantanes and Babuyan Islands. Now, excuse me, as I am currently in the dining area because I am now excuse me as I'm still doing something. The Philippine Coast Guard on Sunday told China that the Escoda shoal where its ship via Pitarasa Bangua has been stationed is within the Philippine exclusive economic zone, so the agency has the right to operate there. PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Comrade J. Perla, issued his statement after China launched a diplomatic protest against the illegal anchoring of BRP Terasang Bagua at the Escoda Shoal in the West Philippine Sea. Escoda Shoal is located within the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines in accordance with the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea and the 2016 Amber Award. Perla posted on X, formerly Twitter. Our Philippine Coast Guard vessels have the right to operate within the logone of Escoda Shoal for as long as necessary without requiring permission from any other country, he added. Tarela also said that China should stop citing the 2002 declaration of the conduct of parties in the South China Sea as they have not honored or followed a single provision on that declaration. As far as the region is concerned, it is only Beijing that consistently violates this declaration. They have been deploying their large Coast Guard vessels there, complemented by the numerous Chinese maritime military acts. Additionally, they have deployed their naval assets in Escoda Shoal, and these actions undermine stability in these waters and contribute to escalating tensions, he said. Moreover, the Philippine Coast Guard has deployed there not to provoke or escalate tensions. Rather, it aims to protect and safeguard our sovereign rights over these waters, particularly against illegal poachers engaged in IUF or known as illegal, unreported, and unregulated, and activities that damage our marine environment, he added. China is claiming that the illegal anchoring of the BRP Teresa Bangua at the Escoda show seriously infringes its sovereignty. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jin said the Escoda show, which the Chinese call Jinbinjiao, is part of China's Nasha Guangdao or the Spratly Islands. The Philippine Coast Guard is not infringing on China's territory as the Escoda show where PCG vessel BRP Teresa Bangua has been stationed is within the Philippine Exclusive Economic Zone, Senate President Pro Tempore Chinko Estrada said on Sunday. Therefore, there is no reason for us to withdraw our vessel, which was anchored in response to suspected reclamation activities of China, said Estrada, chairperson of the Senate Defense Committee. China has lodged a diplomatic protest against the illegal anchoring of the PRB Teresa Bangua at the Escoda shoal, which the Asian superpower claims seriously infringes its sovereignty. According to Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Li Jian, the Escoda shoal, which the Chinese call Zhenjinjiao, is part of China's Nasha Guangdao or the Spratly Islands. Estrada said China is the one encroaching within the Philippine Exclusive Economic Zone, aiming to establish full control of the shoal with their own Chinese Coast Guard vessels and maritime military. Hang on. I stand by our troops on this matter. Our sovereign rights over this particular area is non-negotiable, and any attempts to challenge it are baseless, he said. Our claims are backed up by the 2016 Appeal Court ruling, which already invalidated China's 9-line claims and upheld our exclusive economic zone rights in the West Philippine Sea. We urge China to respect these boundaries and engage in peaceful dialogue to resolve disputes, he added. Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa's statement alleging conspiracy against him and former President Rodrigo Duterte is baseless and divisionary. According to House Deputies Minority Leader and ACT Theaters Party List Representative Ace Franz Castro. Castro was referring to the August 16th statement of De La Rosa saying he felt that people from the administration of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. are working with the leftists and yellows to pin down Duterte and his allies. Hang on. For instance, De La Rosa mentioned how the administration allegedly used the Bakabayan block to call out the office of the vice president on the Department of Education's proposed intelligence bonds. Senator De La Rosa is jumping out of his skin every time he is being made to account for his role in the extrajudicial killings during the fake drug war of the Duterte administration, Castro said in a statement on Sunday. First, he played on challenge on the issue. Second, when he felt the ICC heat is increasing, he bragged Marcos Jr. to protect him from the International Criminal Court (ICC). Third, he tried to divert the issue by launching red tagging hearings, and now he is saying that there is a conspiracy to know him and former President Rodrigo Duterte and his ilk. She noted. These lawmakers stressed the need for De La Rosa to get his facts straight and not just go out screaming conspiracy theories. All we want is transparency, accountability, and justice for the transgression of the past administration, explained Carlos. Or, I'm sorry, Castro, yeah. Castro. Oops. All right, give me a moment. All right, guys, it is now 6:12 in the evening, and Cool News at 6 will be right back. Stick around. Welcome back to koolNews at 6. Let's continue with the last few headlines. I am very sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really am taking care of this, but I'm back very soon. Give me a moment. Give me just one moment. All right. Now that will do it. Now let's continue with the headlines. Hold on. Continuing our international headlines, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken was due in Israel on Sunday as mediators seek to cement a Gaza ceasefire deal, while a Senator Hamas official dismissed American diktats in negotiations. Making his ninth trip to the Middle East since the Gaza war broke out with the Palestinian militant group's October 7 attack, Blinken is expected to meet Israeli leaders before trade talks resume in Cairo in the coming days. U.S., Qatari, and Egyptian mediators have said negotiations to clinch a ceasefire in the more than 10-month-old war were making progress, and U.S. President Joe Biden said we are closer than we have ever been. But Hamas political bureau member Sami Abu Zuri undercut the cautious optimism, telling AAP that signs of progress after 2 days of talks in Doha were an illusion. We're not facing a deal or real negotiations, but rather the imposing of American diktats, he said. Previous optimism during months of on off trade talks has proven unfounded. But the stakes have risen since the July killings in a quick section of Iran-backed militant leaders, including Hamas political chief Ismail Haniyeh, and as the humanitarian crisis in the besieged Gaza Strip as deepened with the fear polio outbreak. After mediators announced they had put forward a bridging proposal to close remaining gaps between the warring sides, Hamas said it rejected new conditions from Israel and called for a plan outlined by Biden in late May to be implemented. Before Blinken departed for Tel Aviv on Saturday night, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office called for heavy pressure on Hamas to reach a breakthrough. The TVH Group, as well as some analysts and Israel protesters, have accused Netanyahu of hamstringing a deal to safeguard his hard-right ruling coalition. We have a prime minister that is not so much willing to release the hostages to finish the war because he has his own interests. Yossi, a 53-year-old protester, said at Telsis rally in Tel Aviv, demanding a deal to bring home the captives still held in Gaza. Now, let's get back into international headlines. And trigger warning, what you're about to hear, the headline is sensitive, yeah, a very sensitive story. His son, Eduardo Gili Jr., contacted the police here to inform them that his father, Eduardo Sr., came home active to the surprise at 9:48 a.m. on Saturday, August 10, in Barangay Sasilangan. Days earlier on Sunday night, August 4, residents found the half body of a man floating in the shoreline of Sito Palio, Barangay Iloilo, this town. which is Bugos Pangasinan. The unidentified remains were wearing navy blue jeans and a green belt. Eduardo Sr.'s family thought that the remains were his and taken home by his wife, Lydia. These buried at the Suwa Municipal Cemetery on Wednesday, August 7th. However, Eduardo Sr. turned up alive, and on August 10th, Eduardo Jr. reported to the police that his father has returned home. Eduardo Sr. said that he had been on the mission in the chapel in Alaminos City, Pagasian, and did not return home for several days. The Gili Parish Patriarch was astonished that he was declared dead. Excuse me? Excuse me. Senator Robin Padilla apologized to those who were offended by his remarks on consensual sex between couples during a Senate hearing, as he stressed that he never said it was okay for husbands to force their wives to have sex. In a Facebook statement on Friday, August 16, the action senator said sorry to netizens, as he reiterated that it's his responsibility as chair of the Committee on Public Information and Mass Media to ensure that all sides are informed about the topic. To those who are offended and didn't like our hearing on martial rape, I would like to say sorry to my constituents. Martial rape happens in a huge percentage of areas in the Philippines. This means that the government lacks in pushing for laws and information dissemination among the public, making it my obligation to fill in those gaps. Padilla urged netizens not to be sensitive at the Senate votes hearing on such topics. Don't be sensitive since this is what hearings are about, he said. Such inquiries may refer to the implementation or re-examination of any law or appropriation, or in connection with any proposed legislation or the formulation of or connection with future legislation, or will aid in the review or formulation of a new legislative policy or enactment, he added. But Dilley also stressed in a separate post on Saturday, August 17, that he never said that it was okay for husbands to force their wives into having sex with them. Citing the Christian Bible and Muslim teachings, Padilla said he was raised on both teachings and married couples have the right to enjoy a healthy sexual relationship. The senator also pointed out that a husband is obliged to treat his wife in a kind and reasonable manner. Padilla was under blunts of criticism after consensual sex was the central topic of a Senate hearing last August 15, where he expressed his concern about women not being in the mood for sex despite their husbands having the desire to do so. His remarks drew backlash from netizens as well as women's rights group Gabriel. And of course, looking at the Inquirer comment section, they're continuing to criticize him because they don't understand what they say. And that is it for koolNews at 6. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And join us again for more news headlines later with koolNews Prime Time at 9 in the evening after Sendwave Sunday. Until then, I'm Caro. Good evening.